Alright folks, happy Thanksgiving. Getting back to this Willem game here. Still very much in the land grab phase. Just whipped the settler in the capital. And I'm planning to send this guy to the northwest to block Darius. Second City, Utrecht, has just whipped a granary. And I need to grow back the population a bit in order to start working that gold mine there. Building a library in the meantime. And finally, The Hague. It's a really good cottaging site. Although some of the northern floodplains I'm going to have to share with the new blocking city to be founded. And I got Charlie pushing up on my south and southwestern sector. I need to found a city southeast of Amsterdam in order to block him, but I'm not going to found that city right away. First I need to block Darius to the north, because he's taken this Barb city, Burgundian. So the plan is to found cities that will bracket Burgundian with cultural pressure and hopefully culture flip it eventually. So I'm going to go ahead and found cities that are 3 tiles away to the west and 3 tiles away to the east. Now, to the very north, I can see where the coastline is. I need to do something about blocking that area as well from Darius. Still plenty of good land to be had. The trick is going to be grabbing that land without completely crashing the economy. Now, I've got some good commerce potential on this land here, so I think I can stay afloat reasonably well. The one limiting thing is going to be worker turns, I think. I think once Utrecht builds the library, I'm just gonna have it be a worker training station for a while. Okay, here I'm trying to decide what to do. Since it's early going in the game, everybody is cautious towards me. Now, there's a lot of religious strife going on already. So, for example, if Charlie goes after somebody, it probably wouldn't be me, but at this point I'm wondering to myself if it's a good idea to just finish up these barracks. On the other hand, I can go with a library. A library here in the capital isn't going to be a huge benefit at this point, since I'm working production and food tiles. So I was thinking of building another axeman in the capital, but then looking around I realized I had some spare axemen around. Thus going back to finishing up those barracks. Yeah, definitely need to be settling more cities. This Charlie is up to 8 already, and Louis up to 7, even Darius has 6. I need to grab more land. Okay, so barracks completed in the capital. Now here, I went with the library in the capital. I'm wondering if I should have actually gone granary. No, you know what I was thinking? I think it was the fact that I needed to get the capital growing up to size 4 again before I start building another settler. So I wasn't gonna have a chance to whip a granary before it comes time to build another settler, so I think that's why I went with the library. Yeah, I actually played this round about 10 days ago, something like that. Yeah, so it's not really fresh on my memory at this point, but I just have not had time to edit and do voiceover for the video. So apologies for that. Yeah, that's what I did. So I timed the growth in the capital so that I would reach size 4 again right as the library completed. So that makes sense. Okay. I need to get that corn online to help with the low health cap at the Hague. Christianity. So decide against adopting Christianity. I figure that at some point Charlie is going to come knocking. And if I'm going to switch over to his religion, then I might as well get some diplomatic bonus from it. Yeah, definitely need to found a blocking city right there. Grab that gold. Start putting cultural pressure on Burgundian. To farm over let's see, at least a couple of those floodplains that Rotterdam can use. Do want to retain as many floodplains for The Hague to work, though. Well, since Darius is the worst enemy of the other two guys, this really isn't an option. Right, so here, let's see. Yeah, I think I was just keeping an eye out for any settler party from Charlie. Okay, so here comes Charlie, demanding that I convert. Of course, I don't want to offend him, so I agree. Now, hopefully, Charlie will become a friend to me, and I don't need to worry about aggression from him, at least. Although, as I mentioned at the very beginning, it would be nice to build let's see, Schwedegun Paya, so I can run free religion. But that depends, that depends on what the diplomatic situation looks like. The problem with diplomacy with Charlie is that his favorite civic is not something that he runs. a lot himself anyway, and it's a weak civic. Namely, it's vassalage, and so it's really not a good civic unless you're just warmongering a lot. So without the favorite civics bonus, you're kind of stuck with playing up the religious angle with him to get on his good side. Yeah, I think it depends on how many religions spread to me. If all 3 religions do spread to me. Okay. So Louis is upset with Charlie, but I can't consider canceling deals with Charlie. Trying to cultivate good relations with him. Okay, so there's a Charlie settler party. Utrecht, I can start working the gold mine to finish up that library. I'm gonna need to whip this settler in Amsterdam sooner rather than later, so I can found a blocking city southeast of Amsterdam. It's a block Charlie. Now I can see in the espionage that I have on Darius that he's going alphabet, so that's gonna potentially work well for me. Now I don't know if you saw it just there, but Darius has a settler party heading to the frozen north. Now, I can't do anything about that at this point. Fortunately. Because the next settler from Amsterdam has to block Charlie. I have to say, a nice thing about this map is that the barbs have not really been a problem. Because they settled cities relatively early on. So there isn't much in the way of barbs roaming around causing trouble. Okay, so granary in The Hague. Now it's time to go for a library. Need to chop some of the forests to help build that library quicker. Okay, so now Louis, let's see, Louis hates Darius and Charlie. Well, let's see, Louis now hates Darius more. Okay, that's what that means, yeah. Okay, so I have Charlie's units roaming around south of Amsterdam. I definitely need to get a settler out there very soon.
Klaar voor actie? Iedereen aanwezig.
Okay, Rotterdam. Right, so I'm going for a quick library whip, so I can ratchet up the cultural pressure on Burgundian right away. Okay, I'm going to need to whip this settler right away in Amsterdam.
Ik wacht op uw orders.
Don't want to take any chances. I've recalled one of my axes from the north in order to garrison the new blocking city to the south. Okay, so stockpiling a good amount of cash. So we can start research up again when more libraries are in place. Right, so here's Darius's settler party. And he's going to found a city right on the coast. Can't really do anything about that at this point. So he's going to grab at least one city in the northern coast there. Yeah. Can't really do anything about it. It's not the end of the world for me. Now, at this point, I notice also that Charlie is plotting war on somebody. Now, I hope to God it isn't me, because if it is me, then it's game over. Yeah, he's probably going after Darius. That would be my guess. But I really don't know. If I can get him to pleased, get Charlie to pleased, that is, then I will have to try to beg something from him. Just as additional insurance to buy myself some more time. Yeah. So Charlie hates Darius especially. He's not too chummy with Louis either. So I'm hoping Charlie's going after Darius. Now Louis hates me, but that's okay. Louis is far away. I'm not so worried about him. Okay, so I have the settler on the scene here. Now the question becomes where to settle. I want to deny as much of this land as I can from Charlie. Specifically, I want to found the city in a spot so that he cannot found another city really close to my territory. Now, this particular square is one away from the seashore. It's not optimal. I want to be one more square inland, or I actually want to be right on the seashore. Yeah, I need to figure out what's up there in the frozen north, what I need to do to block Darius's expansion up there. I need to found another city to bracket Burgundian with culture, that's for sure. So I'm thinking, in addition to that culture city, I would found a blocking city to grab the silver up there. It would be nice to found a blocking city right up on the northern coast, but I may or may not have time to do that. Okay, so yeah, so slow turn set here. Just trying to be careful with the gameplay, because if I screw something up here, it could have serious consequences for the rest of the game. Yeah, right now, as expected, there's a lot of religious strife, and so I think the first religious war is already brewing and on its way. Yeah, this'll be an interesting game, one way or the other. Okay, yeah, I'm thinking of founding the city right on that spot, one south of the spices right there. And that should block Charlie. And it'll make the best use of the available land, I think. The downside there is there's going to be some overlap with the capital. So, yeah. Anyway, I'll have to think about it some more. Yeah, need to grab city to the north also, so still a lot of expansion to do. Okay, well, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you on the next video.